The Shadow knows, MacGyver versus Xenomorphs, and are you ready for a catalyst? Here we go. Hello, everyone. Thanks for pressing play. You are watching Talking Comics ExcaliburCCGTV, where every week we come together to tell you about the great comics that are hitting the shelf. I am Chris.
I am Mark.
Guys, we are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. You can always find out what's going on with us at our website, ExcaliburCCG.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. The links are down below. We're talking about the new stuff for April 26th. April 26th. Tons of stuff have been dropping here recently, guys. This is kind of a lighter week compared to the past couple of ones.
It is,
but still some great, interesting stuff dropping.
Yeah.
Before we dive into that, though, Mark, what's the next big event happening with us?
FCBD 2017.
Yes.
Free Comic Book Day on May 6th.
Yes, exactly.
That's the weekend. They usually do it the weekend like the movie comes out. Guardians.
Isn't that the Guardians weekend?
I think so.
I think it's the Guardians weekend.
I think so.
Which is like tracking huge.
Oh, yeah.
Like some people early reviews are even saying that's like the best Marvel movie to date.
It's going to be good. Man, they're going to have some good ones this year between that and Ragnarok.
Oh, man.
Fun stuff, man. Fun stuff.
And then they're also saying, I don't know how true this is, they're saying that there's
Spider-Man.
5 post-credit Guardians of the Galaxy
I saw
scenes.
that. I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, I don't know if they're messing with us or what. But despite all that.
That's just James Gunn being James Gunn.
Yeah. Despite all that, though, guys, free comics.
Book.
Exactly. Free comics.
Here in
Texarkana, too. So both of our locations.
Right.
A lot of what?
A lot of important ones.
Yes. Some we'll be covering later on, but we got all the major publishers contributing.
Yes.
Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, Valiant, all of them. Some new ones as well, making their debut.
Yes.
So, yeah, Free Comic Book Day is going to be freaking awesome here. Do not miss it. Mark a calendar for May 6th. Big day. We're going to have a blast here, and we expect to see you at our stores.
We expect to. You better be here.
Exactly. So, guys, number ones, you ready to dive into them?
Let's go.
Guys, this is a team up I was never thinking about, but then when it came out, I'm like,
it makes sense.
Yes, this is so totally cool.
Yeah.
And I love the description here. What am I talking about? Batman, The Shadow, number 1, DC Comics. We got Scott Snyder, Steve Orlando writing, both those writing, and Reilly Rossmo on the art for this book. So yes, that's a killer creative team for this book. This takes a look at 2 of history's greatest vigilantes reunited at last. Murder has come to Gotham, and it looks like Lamont Cranston is the culprit, but how could he be? He's been dead for 50 years. Batman is going to go to the ends of the earth to find out what the problem is and what's going on, but the Shadow is going to go just as far to make sure Batman can't find him or find out anything about him. So, guys, yes, I'm looking forward to this. Snyder and Orlando, that's a good enough team for me. And Reilly Rossmo, I think, is handpicked for this type of story as well, compared to what I've seen from his art from other stuff, too. So, guys, Batman and the Shadow, number 1, dropping this week from DC.
That's right. Good stuff.
What's up for you, bro?
First up for me is from Marvel, Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider, number 1.
He's back.
From Peter David and Mark Bagley.
Yeah.
That's a big time creative team.
It is, really.
They might even move the dial.
Oh!
We'll see. One of the most controversial characters in comics has returned.
Yes.
And the clone-troversy, hashtag that.
Hashtag clone-troversy.
I'm throwing out new hashtags every week. I'm doing it. Has only begun. In the aftermath of the clone conspiracy, Ben has a new take on life, and he's not the same Scarlet Spider as he was before, even though he's wearing the same outfit. He's not the same.
Yeah, and people have been wanting this.
This is going to take off, man, like crazy.
I believe it.
This is gonna. If you want your copy, come early in the week or come Wednesday, Thursday, because we're probably going to sell out of the first round of this. I would expect, because this is something that you're right. Mm-hmm. People have been waiting for this.
Yeah, they really have.
It's a character that
for me, Mark Bagley, he's one of the definitive Spider-Man artists
for sure.
For
he
me.
was on there forever in the 90s.
Yes,
I mean forever.
Yes. Not just that, but not just the main title, the regular Marvel titles. Because I think he swapped back and forth between a couple of them, but then he did the huge run with Bendis on Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man. So,
I mean,
yeah, he's definitely a little familiar with the web slinger.
Exactly. So, guys, don't miss out. Don't miss out on Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider #1. Guys, from Valiant Comics, this is the return of a critically acclaimed series that sold out multiple times when the first volume came out. You can get the collection at this time, But the new volume, Britannia, We Who Are About to Die, #1, drops this week from Valiant Comics, from the same creative team.
Yep.
Peter Milligan, Jose Juan Reap. They are bringing you a new volume of the world's first detective, Antonius Axis. This takes a look at a female gladiator as she has entered the arena and is changing the hearts and minds of men and women of Rome. Her name is Aquilia. She's causing a little bit of unrest among the women of Rome especially. But alongside this, Rome's elite are having horrifying visions and they are becoming sick with fever. Will Detective Antonius Axia find her, Aquilia, to be the key to the mystery as well? So we get to find out. It's going to be another limited series. I'm not sure if it's 4, 5, or 6 issues.
I don't remember.
It is a limited series.
Yeah.
It's not an ongoing. But guys, Jose Juan Reap kills it with the art. The first storyline was great. This is one to check out. If you got the first one, do not miss out on this new Britannia volume. What's up for you, Mark?
Next up for me is from Dark Horse.
Yes.
Aliens Dead Orbit, #1.
Yes.
Very pretty looking book from James Stokoe.
Yep.
Is after a horrific accident strikes a space station, an engineering officer must use all available tools, a timer, utility belt, and his wits to survive attack from the deadliest creature known to man. Literally, MacGyver meets Xenomorph.
Exactly.
I mean, it sounds, and it's pretty.
Yeah, I gotta check this out. I gotta see what James Stokoe comes up with this story. It looks interesting.
That should be fun, and I mean, people love the aliens.
They do, and we got Aliens Covenant coming out soon.
Yes.
So,
and we actually have some of the trades from the earlier Aliens, the more recent Alien stuff. So if you need to catch up on anything,
exactly,
we'll hook you up.
Exactly, guys. Last up from IDW, Judge Dredd, Blessed Earth, #1. This is by Ulysses Farinas and Dan McDade.
I am the law.
I am the law. But guys, it's been 10 years since the events of Mega City Zero, and Judge Dredd continues his mission to restore order into a lawless land. The mystery of the Blessed Earth begins to unfold here. This is a new ongoing series from IDW. So for all of you Judge Dredd fans,
ongoing,
this is your monthly dose of Dredd here. It's going to be going and going. Guys, those are our #1s for this week. We got a couple of storylines to touch on real quick. Mark, what's up for you, sir?
The DC Button storyline continuing in the Flash 21, part 2 of it. The cataclysmic events of DC Universe Rebirth continue here. Hot off of the Batman issue, they're going to keep exploring the mystery if he can wake Batman up. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it. With it being so close back to back,
Yeah.
we really don't want to spoil anything for anyone from last week if you haven't had a chance to catch up yet.
And to be honest, they gave us the same description they gave us for, like, Batman 21. So
yeah,
so
same one.
I had to throw something.
They've done that before in the past with Marvel and DC. So, guys, but yeah, the Button story part 2 continues this week. Flash 21.
And it's big.
Super big. It's huge. Guys, Action Comics 978 from DC as well is another Superman Reborn Aftermath issue. Superman's life's been changed. Some good is back into his life, and there's some bad back as well. But the Super family is actually gearing up, it looks like, for to go after Mr. Oz. But while that's happening, a certain squad may be coming after them, and a new member is a part of the team. So, could it be what's been happening in Suicide Squad here lately with their new member that you maybe have been seeing?
Possibly.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
And I think adding him to the roster of that team is actually pretty cool.
It is cool.
I think that's actually pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
But guys, there we go. Those are the #1s, storylines. Now we got a couple of different news items we want to share with you and talk about for this week. Starting off with Marvel, there has just been a huge Diamond Summit, and they have been talking to people about different things that's coming out through the different publishers. Publishers are being able to spotlight their new stuff. Marvel has stepped up to the plate, and they have announced that they're bringing back Planet Hulk, and they're bringing back Tony Stark.
He's already back.
Apparently, he is already back, but with this new stuff that's coming out later this year, this is Marvel. Apparently, that's the new tagline for everything. It was Make Mine Marvel a couple weeks ago.
This is Marvel.
Now, there it is.
Make this mine Marvel.
Mine this is Make Marvel.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Hopefully they'll get it linear before all this happens.
I hope so.
But what we have to look forward to, apparently, is Peter Parker is going to lose Parker Industries. We got the Hulk books actually tying back into Planet Hulk. And then the resurrection of the Tony Stark is going to be happening later this fall. So if you've read Secret Empire, you may have a big question on your face right now. But official canon appears it appears that's going to be happening officially, canonically, later this fall. If that is a word, but I don't know if I said it right.
It's fine.
It'll do for now.
Yeah.
But guys, Marvel stuff. This is Marvel, so that's what's happening later this fall with that. Also, guys, from DC Comics is announcing a new age of DC books, Dark Matter. This is what's going on this fall, and it's huge. The Dark Matter thing is huge. We got the Dark Days one-shots that are coming, the casting, and whatever else. There was a couple other ones, but then we got the Dark Knight's Metal story that we told you about.
Right.
Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo.
Now, does this spin out of?
Yes, the Dark Knight's Forge
lead
is a one-shot, and then the Dark Knight's, the other one, there's a second Dark Knight's one-shot, and then that leads into Dark Knight's Metal. This fall. And then spanning out of that, in September, October, and December, we get 5 new series. 5 new series.
With some big names. With
big artists on board here. So we got Silencer by Dan Abnett and John Romita Jr. coming in September. We got Sideways by Dan DiDio, Justin Jordan, and Kenneth Rocafort in September as well. We got Damage by Robert Venditti and Tony Daniel coming. That's in October. Also, we have The Immortal Men by James Tynion IV and Jim Lee, who's going to be helping launch that book. That's in October. We're skipping November, and then we dive into December with New Challengers by Scott Snyder and Andy Kubert.
Dial movers all.
All of these artists. And there's been a little bit of controversy about the roster here and stuff, but DC's really wanting to have some people on these books and stuff to get them launched properly and bringing talent on board here that has moved the dial, moved the needle for sales.
And, bringing in some new characters, some diversity, some new characters, and letting them stand on their own instead of using the old shoehorn.
Exactly. So almost all of this is going to be new storylines, new characters, new everything. So there will be some diversity mixed in with all of this. Plus, you're going to have name talent on board, writing and drawing as well. So guys, that's what's happening with DC this fall. Dark Matter is going to be huge. It's going to be a big thing for DC.
It is. It's going to be very big.
It could potentially be Rebirth big. I mean, with this talent on board here, yes. You need to add this stuff to your pull list as soon as the previews come out and the stuff is available. Definitely want to do that. Last news item that we want to cover, guys. There is a new comic publisher in town, and they are Lion's Forge.
Yep.
And they have a superhero line that they're going to be putting out called Catalyst Prime. And at this same Diamond Summit, they showed off their diverse superhero line of comics. And it's going to start with what we've been telling you about for weeks now with Free Comic Book Day.
Free Comic Book Day.
Their first issue is called Noble #1. It's going to be on Free Comic Book Day. That's going to be by Brandon Thomas and Roger Robinson.
And it's basically going to be the origin of their whole... Of why they have a superhero universe. Yeah, exactly. But also, guys, we have some other books that are coming from them as well. We got a book called Excel. I'm going to try to put images up here on screen as well for you guys to follow along from what we have. You can see as well. But we have Excel coming in June by Joe Casey and Damian Scott. We got Superb coming in July from David Walker and Sheena Howard, as well as Ray Anthony Height. We have Incidentals coming in August from Joe Casey and artist Larry Stroman, which we haven't seen on the scene in a while. No, it's been a while. There's another book we don't have an image for called Kino. That's going to be by Joe Casey and Hefte Paulo, who's done plenty of work, Marvel and DC both. Oh, yeah.
Then we have Astonisher in October by Alex DeCampi and Pop Man. And then moving after that, we have Summit in December from Amy Chu and Jan Dersema. So guys, this is their superhero roster coming out here from Catalyst Comics, from Lions Forge Comics with their Catalyst Prime line, and this is all like superhero stuff. So if you want something different,
and you want to get in on the ground floor, of a brand new universe,
this is where you would go. Free Comic Book Day is where it kicks off with Catalyst Prime.
Told you, there's some big books on FCBD this year.
There are. There really are. And guys, those are the news items that we're covering, but that leads us straight into our question of the week. With Lions Forge jumping on the scene, we've talked to you briefly about Alterna Comics coming here, hitting the shelf here in just a few weeks. We also have Aftershock Comics that has hit the shelf. We have also like Black Mass Studios has come on the scene. Several different publishers have come onto the scene here recently. We want to know this. What new publisher has got you the most excited for comics, for brand new comics, for different stories, different art, different everything,
different worlds, different characters?
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly, all of that. So, guys, and we just named a few. If there's one that we missed, I mean, tell us what new publisher, not Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, IDW, Boom. What new publisher has come onto the scene in the past year or two that has really excited you with what they've been putting out?
What moves your dial?
Exactly, sir. Exactly. Do you have any suggestions? Anybody that's been caught your fancy here recently?
The one I'm most excited about is Alterna.
Yeah.
I like the Catalyst Prime stuff, but it's all superhero. I like Alterna because it's kind of like Image. It's an Aftershock. It's a lot of different stuff. They have a superhero book. They have a horror book. They have a fantasy book, crime book, all kinds of stuff. Zombie book.
Yeah. They've
got all kinds of stuff coming out. They're all miniseries. Longest one I think we said was like 5 issues.
Yeah.
$1.50.
Really?
A month worth of books from Alterna is one Marvel book.
Seriously,
it's and I've seen a couple of them. Read through one that was really good. The art's good. The story's good. I've been impressed with what I've seen from them. I'm most excited about them.
Yeah. That's cool. I am excited about Alterna. I think Aftershock has been the one that's really caught my attention here recently with Animosity, with Shipwreck, with some of the other books they put out too, World Reader, just different ones.
Some stuff coming too. That's cool looking.
And we got stuff that we're really excited about checking out. The Unholy,
Unholy Grail, and Pestilence.
Yeah, I mean Yes. So
good stuff.
And really, I am excited for Alterna too because I really want to see what they're going to do at that price point.
Right.
I really want to see what we're going to be getting at those price points.
From what I've seen, you're getting very good quality for $1.50. An issue.
Yeah. That freaking rocks.
Yeah.
It just does. So, guys, tell us in the comments below what new comic publisher has got you most excited, and tell us what you're most excited about from them. What books or what titles are you checking out or most excited to get in your hands from those publishers? Tell us down below. Let's have a conversation about it.
Sure.
So, guys, that's it for this week. Lots of stuff happening. We're going to be expecting to see you for Free Comic Book Day. If you're not local to Texarkana or to Shreveport, go find a great local comic shop.
Yeah.
Go get some free comic books. I hope you have a great time doing that. And if you're nearby us, we expect to see you here at one of our stores because we're going to have just the whole thing laid out for you. It's going to be awesome here in our new facility here in Shreveport, and of course our facility in Texarkana as well. It's going to be awesome. So, guys, that's it for this week. Special thanks to Brad Campbell again. The images, the fantastic animation that you see during these videos is because of his awesomeness, and we cannot appreciate him enough because he's awesome at doing it and does a fantastic job. So, guys,
I love you, Brad.
We love you. We do. We love Brad. We love some Brad. Finally get to see him tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
But, guys, that's it for this week. Anything else to add, sir?
We're clear.
Awesome. So, guys, until next time, read some great comics. Leave us some fantastic comments down below. And we will see you in our next video. Randy, don't thumbs down this video. I know it's been you. Bye.